Hello guys, my name is Movement Michi, and if you want to learn Airflares, this video is especially for you. I was just looking through some old videos of mine and found my first Airflare attempt was back in 2012. So I'm trying to learn this move for actually 8 years now. And to be honest, the first few years I was just throwing it over and over again, and I didn't realize that there was no chance for me to actually land on my second arm. So in order to save you really a lot of time, I made this video and I want to show you step by step the exercises that will help you to develop that body feeling you need to get your first, second and other Airflares you want to have. So let's talk about the idea of this tutorial really quick. When you want to learn the Airflare, it's not that much about doing as many attempts of Airflare as you can. It's more about getting ready, making your body ready, developing that body feeling that will help you to finally do the move easily. That being said, every exercise I provide for you here is already easy for you when you practice it. So you don't have to be able to do it already, but you shouldn't feel scared or it shouldn't feel dangerous. If it's the case, then go a step back and learn the basics first and then advance to the next exercise. Just think about yourself being a child and you can't walk yet, you're just crawling around, and at some point you stand up and you can stand on your feet, and just think about the crazy idea that you can just crawl and you already want to do a backflip although you can't stand on your feet. This just makes no sense, and it's the same for Airflares. Always people come to me and ask me, how can I do the Airflare? And I'm telling them, okay, show me what you're practicing, and then they throw their Airflare and they can't even do a one-hand freeze on their landing arm, and I'm like, okay, chill out, I got you, let's do some exercises that will really help you to progress for this move. So here we go, let's jump straight into the first exercise. The first exercise is a one-hand freeze, so you want to be able to hold your body weight on one arm. To get into this one-hand freeze, we want to use a simple cartwheel. We practice this in both directions. We practice it with open legs first and then with crunched legs. And as soon as we got this, we just do the entry of the cartwheel and stop on our first arm. This might take a few attempts, but I'm sure you will get it really fast. Also do this on both arms, of course, because you need control on both arms. Now I got some freeze variations you can practice in order to increase your body feeling and your control on your one arm. So first of all, look at the ground and you do these 3 poses. You can also develop your own poses or think of different poses that will help you, but I think these are really 3 nice freeze versions. After you practice this, looking to the ground, you do it again and you look up in the air, up to the ceiling, and really try to understand what your legs are doing while your body is upside down. When you have this on your first arm, also do it on your second arm as well. Do this every time as a warm-up before you practice your actual Airflares. This is really still a good exercise if you already have a few Airflares. You still want to get better and better and better on your control with your one-hand freezes. Next up, we got the one-hand jump. So you want to be able to do 1, 2, 3, maybe even 10 jumps on one arm before you do the actual Airflare. And to get this, I want to start talking about the handstand. So when you do the handstands, just like I show you here, make sure you don't have a banana handstand, or you don't go too much to the planche. Make sure you have a really straight handstand where your hand, shoulders and hips are in one line. And then there's one type of handstand, one handstand form that will especially help you for your power moves. And this is not the handstand where your legs are straight up, but you kind of put them down, so you tuck your knees towards your chest. Really try to understand that position, it will help you a lot for your power moves. In order to make this position clean, it's really helpful if you can do a pancake stretch. So To get the pancake stretch, I will maybe do another video, but don't just stretch one muscle and do the pancake stretch over and over again. It's like the same with the air flares. You have to stretch every muscle, especially you. But, for example, to get enough flexibility to bring your upper body down. So next, let's talk about where the bounce comes from, okay? You still have one line, although your knees are tucked in towards your chest, then the bounce is not about like you want to put your arm in and push it out. Your arm is always straight. It's more about the leg movement, okay? Your hips do the bounce. Make sure this bounce really comes from your knees tucking in towards your chest and not your feet go back behind your body. So we do this in a simple handstand first. Bring your knees in towards your chest and then you pop out and try to feel that energy you get out of that pop, okay? It comes out of your hips. So let's remember the cartwheel we did. Now we do the cartwheel entry to the one hand freeze, and as soon as we are on one arm, we bring our knees towards our chest, pop, do that bounce and do one simple hand hop. If you did the first exercises, I'm sure you will get it really fast and feel comfortable really fast. Make sure you have 3 hops on both arms. If you have those 3 hops on your arms, next you should practice some variation with your legs. You want to go in, open and in. Okay? This will help you especially with your landing. So practice both sides. If you don't have control and can't perform that one hop, vroom, open, really safe and straight on your landing arm, there's no chance for you to actually learn the Airflare, and every attempt you do now, you're just wasting your time. So please make sure you got those 3 hops, crunch, open, crunch. It's really simple, you will learn it so fast. Note that there are a lot more things to cover. I can't cover them all in this short videos, and I'm working on a full program that will help you get your Airflares really step by step. Also, there are different techniques and different ways to get the Airflare, so this is not the only version or only possibility, but I think it's the fastest way and the most safe way, and also you can like really do some crazy transitions when you really mastered this way to do the Airflare. Back to the next exercise for your Airflares. Now we want to do the handstand circle walks, and in order to get into the circle walks we use the simple basic power move entry. You start placing your one arm to the foot, put the foot up, second arm to the second foot, put your foot up, and then you can do it fluently a few times. First exercise, you want to walk in a handstand and do some steps and walk in a circle. We do this with open legs first and then with crunched legs. Next exercise, we go into the handstand. We can use the power move entry I showed you. We walk in a circle and try to balance left arm, right arm, left arm, right arm. Also we do this again with crunched legs. When I saw this exercise for the first time, I thought, oh fuck, this is so easy, I can do it for sure. And then I went to my training and tried it and noticed, oh, okay, maybe I should do it a few times before I can actually do it. It's not so easy as it looks. Alright, let's finally do the Airflare. We start again with a simple cartwheel. Then we do the cartwheel with the crunched legs. Now you only need to do your cartwheel from your first arm where you jump towards your second arm where you land. Add a hop. So you go in the one hand freeze, hop and land in the one hand freeze. Now you want to do the same exact thing, but look up to the ceiling, okay? So go to the 1 hand freeze, then look up to the ceiling, hop and land in the 1 hand freeze. Alright, we do this in a straight line at first. When we have this, we try to break out of the line and jump a little bit more behind our back. So we start like in a cartwheel, go to the 1 hand freeze, and the hop goes a little bit more behind your back and you land it. This might not feel like an airflare yet, but it will be really helpful for you to understand your landing, and this is crucial when you want to learn the airflare. So next up, you want to break out of that line totally. Start in the same position and jump completely behind your back, land in that freeze. Let's look at this one more time. We do it in a straight line, we break out of that line and we jump completely behind our back. This might feel scary at first and also a little bit dangerous, so make sure you build enough confidence and enough control in your movements with the exercises we talked about before. So notice that when you start practicing a new move, you have a feeling in your head how it's going to be like, but when it comes to airflares, chances are the actual feeling when you can do the airflare is different than you're thinking right now. So in order to understand that feeling of the landing of an airflare, this exercise is really helpful. Make yourself ready until you feel comfortable to do it. And if you had that feeling of the landing one time where your legs are up in the air and you're not like throwing and boom, woof, but you have control, freeze, jump, freeze. You're free to do everything you want to do after that landing, and then you have your airflare. Okay, let's look at the technique for the entry to your airflares. You want to make sure your legs are straight. Now your first leg is leading your movement. It comes close towards the ground, and because your legs are straight, as soon as your first leg goes up, your second leg comes close above the ground, and then you turn your hips up and crunch in. And from this last speed and from the hop you create, we practiced a lot before, you can jump over to the second arm. Then you do just exact the same thing we practiced before with the jump behind your back. The easiest way to do it, I believe, is jump from a 1 hand freeze position where your legs are tucked in, and then you want to land on your second arm, on your landing arm, with open legs. Because when your legs are open, you have more balance and more control. As soon as you land on your landing arm, you want to go to the handstand, and from there you repeat the exact same movement as from the first airflare. I hope this video helped you out a lot, and if it did, I'm really happy. If you want to show some support, just click the link in the description and send me a coffee. That would be really fun for me as well. Feel free to send me every exercise you're practicing for your airflares, and I will try to help you and look at the points you can do better. Get in contact with me on Instagram, just send me a DM. I would really appreciate that. I would really appreciate your feedback, some things that you like, some things you don't like, so I can improve and make it better the next time.